break ipi?
Naam, shukrani sana kutoka studioni huko kaunti ya Nairobi, kaunti ya Mombasa. Hii leo hapa tuna kongamano la wadau wa mazingira na wanafuatilia kwa karibu sana ile kongamano la mazingira linaloendelea la COP28 linaloendelea kule katika taifa la Dubai, na pia ni harakati ambazo wao pia wamesema wameweza kujikita kuweza kuhakikisha wanaweza kuwasilisha matakwa yao katika kongamano hilo. Japo kuwa wao katika taifa la Kenya, lakini wao wanacheza nafasi kubwa pia kuweza kuhakikisha mazingira yanaweza kuhifadhiwa, na ikiwemo pia vile vile ile mikataba na mikakati ambayo imeweza kuwekwa kuweza kuhakikisha basi swala zima la mazingira linaweza kuzungumzwa kwa upana, linaweza pia vile vile kushughulikiwa. Na hapa nilipo niko na wadau kutoka mataifa mbalimbali. Niko na taifa la Mozambique, niko na taifa la Seychelles, niko na taifa la pia vile vile Tanzania. Wako hapa wote tu. Iwapo mnaweza kuja nyote kwa karibu tu tuweze kujadiliana katika masuala haya yote ya masuala ya mazingira tu hapa. Najua jua linawaka, pengine huenda likawasumbua, but I'll start with you perhaps. What's your name? Which country are you coming from, and what can you talk about issues of environment, and in your country, what are you doing to ensure that you conserve marine environment?
Thank you. My name is Timoji Mukavel. I came from Mozambique and I represent FOSCAMC, a SWIOTUNA member. So I'm happy that the COP28 is happening in Dubai. Climate change is a very important topic for us. Very recently, Mozambique was affected by 2 cyclones. And it affected as well the coastal community and the fisher community. So what we do, every year we organize a meeting with the government, and we bring the fishermen to that meeting so they can sit and discuss with the government, talk about the issue, and together we try to find solutions.
From what you're doing there, do you see it having a positive impact, ensuring that you conserve environment and also marine?
Yes, there is a positive impact.
Thank you very much. We can have somebody else from another country. Just move forward. Here. You're coming from which country, and what can you talk about? Challenges which are facing some of the community where you're coming from in addressing climate change issues.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Patrick Fortuno from Mauritius. I'm also representing the Fédération Pêcheurs Artisans de l'Océan Indien. We are working for the small-scale fishermen. As we know, one of the major challenges of the day is about climate change, which today the weather can be good, and suddenly it is change. Okay, we should help prepare our fishermen to face the new challenges. We must work out a awareness campaign so that everybody be aware of the danger, challenges, and be prepared to face the reality of the day. If we cannot challenge nature, but we can be prepared to minimize the consequences, to avoid casualty, especially human loss.
There are some of the treaties and agreement which were signed in different countries, but they have not. Some of the countries have not putting their signature on those treaties. Perhaps what's your call on those countries?
Yes, you see, nature is for everybody, as the ocean is for everybody. We are all connected. Therefore, it is a must that everybody work as one unit, as one man, to save the planet, to save the future. Everybody should sign it.
Very much. Sir, you're coming from which country? Seychelles, eh? There's also some of the, there's a story, or there's a breaking news that in your country there's heavy rains now. Is it El Nino? And also there's a state of emergency in some of the district in your hometown. Eh? Perhaps what measures do you see, or as an environmentalist, what can you say about what is going on there, and what measures need to be put in place?
Well, as you well know, we are called the champion of the small island developing states with regards to climate change, and I think this is a cause for a wake-up call for the whole world to see that climate change is real and it's happening, and we as a country we try to mitigate all those events, but there's so much you can do with the capacity that we have, and we have to rely also a lot on international aid, international support to be able to mitigate those changes. And hopefully with this event happening, the world will see what is really happening, and that climate change is something that's really happening.
Do you see there's need of perhaps locals to be involved in addressing these matters?
Yes, the locals, we are involved in most of the sense because we do have departments and organizations that are responsible for climate change and disaster management. But also, as I say, because we are a small country and whenever there's a disaster that happens, everybody is affected. So it's a question of how do we get the people that's affected to come and help the others that's not. So it's quite a small community and it's a bit difficult for us to manage that.
But perhaps just move this side, madam here. Just tell us your name, you are coming from which country, and what are key issues that you would like to be addressed in on matters pertaining environment and also marine environment and blue economy.
Okay, my name is Naima Twahir. I'm a fisherwoman from Tuna Fisheries Alliance of Kenya, a member of SWIOTUNA. So the key elements that are most important in the marine sector, number one is the early warning and the early response, because we've seen a lot of accidents happening in, especially in the coastal region, in Ngomeni, in Malindi, and we've lost a lot of fishermen in this sector. And another thing is, we've seen floods, whereby if there will be an early warning, or if there is an early warning mechanism, whereby fishermen will take action and prepare themselves for what will be happening here.
Perhaps we can have one word from you here. Why organizing this conference here, and what's some of the issues which you want to pass through this conference?
My name is Doreen Simiu. I come from Kenya. I coordinate a network called Southwest Indian Ocean Tuna Forum. We are here in Mombasa. We've been here from Monday this week. We have our members from Kenya, from Tanzania, Comoros, Mozambique, Madagascar, Mauritius and Seychelles. And actually we were holding a regional training workshop that looks at the regional and national frameworks that are related to marine and fisheries work. We did that on this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then from today on Thursday and tomorrow, Friday, we are holding an annual general meeting for the members. So we think it's very important that as civil society organization in the region that are in the marine space, we work together as a bloc because there's strength in numbers, and the conventional wisdom that is that you cannot work alone. We need others because we are sharing one resource, that is the ocean, that is transboundary. So our role is to build and strengthen the capacity of our members to understand these processes and see how, when they go back to their respective countries, they are able to work with their governments to lobby and advocate for sustainability in these instruments. And that's what we are here, just trying to build that capacity for our members. And most importantly, we are here to provide them with information, because you cannot engage, you cannot advocate if you do not have information. So that is why we are here to give them that information.
Are you seeing the country, are we moving in the right direction in matters of addressing climate change issues and marine?
Yeah, in terms of marine and fisheries work, I think the government is doing quite some work. So for instance, we have marine and fisheries related policies. As a country, I know we have our Fisheries Act, we have policies and we have regulations. And we currently are also in the process of developing our blue economy strategy. And that is not just happening in the country, but it's happening in all the countries across the Southwest Indian Ocean region. So I think the government is doing quite some work in providing the environment that will enable the CSOs to operate. And I also know that they're also supporting communities and small-scale fisheries to develop the value chains that they work in across the region.
Just one word from her here. Just come forward. Perhaps you are a young lady here. Just one word from you before we return back to the studio here. What's your message to those who are attending the COP28 conference on climate change in Dubai? Just one message.
Okay, my name is Hilda. It is a privilege to first of all attend this meeting, which started on Monday. It's been a platform to learn a lot, and what I can advise is that let's keep our attention on that, concentration, and get the best to be informed for further. Thank you.
Thank Thank you very much. Basi ni wadau tu mbalimbali hawa ambao wameweza kufika hapa kuweza kuhakikisha basi wanazungumzia swala hili la mazingira na pia vile vile swala zima la uchumi samawati, ambao wanalenga basi kuhakikisha pia yale yatakayojadiliwa kule katika ile kongamano linaloendelea kule Dubai basi wanaweza kuyafikia na pia vile vile kuweza kuyajadili pia hapa katika kongamano hili. Yote tisa basi kuweza kuhakikisha basi tatizo masuala la mazingira yanaweza kuzingatiwa kiukamilifu. Kutoka kaunti ya Mombasa, jina langu naitwa Boniface Msangi, kwako studio.
Asante Msangi, tukiondokea kaunti ya